Hello and welcome to Historical Landmarks, and yes, that is the name of the show. Presented by me, Jonathan Kimball. You may not know me because I live in Newcastle. Yes, I know, not very great, but anyway, this week we are in London. Yes, I know, you may think London is quite boring, but apparently there is some sort of history there, so I'm told. But apparently, if you go back 450 years and then fast forward approximately 35, you'll come to the year 1599. The year the Globe Theatre was built. The Globe was built by Richard Burbage in 1599, but, however, was closed by the fun-hating Puritans in 1652, during the Civil War led by Cromwell. But now, let's look at the Globe's interior, and stop talking about those hard-faced Cromwellian sourpusses. The area down on the ground level was called the Pit, where the poor watched for 1 penny. At the back there is where the middle-class people sat. And vertically up is where all the aristos sat, or even the Queen. But now, to talk about the most influential man in England, and I don't mean John Cleese. I mean William Shakespeare, the writer of 39 fantastic plays. Most were performed at the Globe. Now, let's see what play my acting friends are rehearsing. Yep, you guessed it. It's The Tempest. I prithee, remember, I have done thee worthy service. I told thee no lies, made thee no mistakings, served without or grudge or grumblings. Thou didst promise me to bait me a full year. Dost thou forget from what torment I did free thee? No, thou dost. I thinkest it's much to tread the ooze of the salt deep, to run upon the sharp wind of the north, to do me business in the veins o' the earth, when it is baked with frost. I do not, sir. Thou liest, malignant thing. Hast thou forgot the foul-wished Cyrax, who with age and envy was grown into a hoop? Hast thou forgot her? No, sir. Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak, tell me. Oh, that was rubbish. I can't stand this. Oh, come on, let's go to the Swan instead. Oh, God, no. Hey, I hate this theatre. The theatre was a great success, and above the door it read, Totus Mundus Agit Historiamen, which meant the whole world is a playhouse in Latin. Anyway, when Shakespeare died in 1616, plays kept on going on. As at this time it was the Stuart era, Queen Elizabeth I was long gone, and James Stuart was on the throne. The plays kept going. Earlier on in the year 1613, the playhouse was burnt down by an unexpected fire, however, rebuilt the next year, namely 1614. However, the new Globe, which was resurrected in 1995, holds 30,000 people and shows many of William's plays. And we have time for just one more thing, and I think you could guess it. Yes, it's one of the longest and most famous speeches in all of William Shakespeare's plays. It's a scene from Henry V, The Siege of Agincourt. And you, good yeoman, whose limbs were made in England, show us here the mettle of your pasture. Let us swear that you are worth your breeding, which I doubt not, for there is none of you so mean and base that hath not noble lustre in your eyes. I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start. The game's afoot. Follow your spirit upon this charge. Cry God for Harry, England, and St. George! Well, I suppose that was a little bit better, but I went to go see that Christopher Marlowe play at the Sun. Oh God, that was better than this turf. Oh, let's get out of here. I thought there'd at least be something exciting on. So, comes to the end of our fabulous show on historical landmarks, namely the Globe Theatre. Join in next week at the same time on BBC Radio 4 Extra, while I will be in Israel overviewing the Dome of the Rock. Thank you and good night. Aha! Jonathan Kimball presenting Historical Landmarks. He'll be back same time tomorrow. It's 10 p.m. and over to Peacock and Gamble for the Comedy Club. And I'll be back at 1 for late night listening. See you then!